What's up, everyone? Welcome back to day 11 now of the 2K to 10K flip challenge. The account is up to $4,432.17. This was our biggest trade we've taken. The reason I'm not showing you guys the trade first is because I'm going to show you in a second. I am beating myself up about it because I closed early. But we're going to jump into the whole trade. $396.80. The account is up. It was a 24.8 pip trade. I closed about 7 pips early, I think. I don't it hasn't even it's about to go all the way there. Yeah. I closed this trade about a half hour ago, right around when London ended, and now it's going all the way to the draw on liquidity. It was our biggest trade yet. I got a little anxious and wanted to close it early, um, but I figured I was like I'm gonna make the video, and even though it's on its way to full target, that's part of trading, right? You're gonna make mistakes sometimes like that, and the reason why too, this trade I probably got out a little bit earlier is because I wasn't asleep. A lot of the times, I'll take the trade right before I go to bed, or if the trade happens in the middle of the night, I set alerts and then I'll get up. Or I kind of know too, when the candles are closing when you're trading the higher time frame, you have a general idea of when you need to set an alarm or set an alert. And you can set alerts too, just so you guys know, for when the candles actually close and not just when they hit price, so you don't have to be like pinging yourself for no reason in the middle of the night. But all that being said, not feeling the greatest today, but I'm gonna just jump straight into this video and try to do my best to bring you guys the most value when it comes to this trade breakdown. We're all watching right here, pretty much though. It go the rest of the way. It was how far did I have? It was like 32 pips. Yeah, 31.9 pips was the full target, and it was just a massive trade. Especially with our size now, we're getting our size up. Like, let's go back to the journal really quick. This is the biggest lot size we've been able to place now. It's 1.6 lots. That's kind of what expedites the growth, right? Is when you're able to just dynamically size higher and higher, especially with just such accuracy. This is our highest win streak now, too. This is a 6 trade win streak. I'm trying to go on like a 20 plus win streak. You guys have seen me on live streams and stuff hit 15 trade win streaks, 12 trade win streaks, 10 trade, 9 trade win streaks. I'm trying to hit 20, but I'm going to break down this trade top to bottom for you guys. Before I even share like this trade, I'm going to tell you guys why I've been waiting to pull the trigger on this New Zealand US dollar short. It's because it's been selling off all week. Like, if I was trading the weekly, I saw it after too, and I'm not really trading the weekly candles, but I'm gonna break down the weekly first because you guys are gonna see. I've been beating myself up all week about New Zealand US dollar because what had happened, I've been waiting for this. I'll tell you what, this daily candle that just played out, I've been waiting for it. I've been keeping my eye on New Zealand US dollar, and I'm going to take off everything right now. You guys can see this was like a 70 pip move, right? Price broke down here, pulled back, and then it literally had been melting to that draw on liquidity. This is the weekly time frame, keep that in mind. But this weekly time frame played out beautifully, and I knew it was selling off all week, and I'd been waiting for a daily candle setup to get in the middle of this move. Now the move had already happened, but there was still another daily candle setup, and I just know already. I even drew it on the chart to show you guys. This is the break of structure. This was the weekly draw on liquidity, which we had already hit. I'm going to make the weekly lines red for you guys to see a little easier. And if you guys don't know the method, if you guys are new to the channel, I'm going to break down the method in a little bit more with a little bit more clarity and details on the daily. This weekly, though, just for some context for the people that had been watching and stuff. So you go to the weekly, the beginning of the week happens, right in here, and price literally sold off the entire week to that draw on liquidity, that red draw on right here. So this was literally a weekly play. I had it marked up. I didn't even see the trade until like maybe more on Tuesday, because I was looking at the weekly candles on it. But from the actual entry on this trade, it was a 70 pip move. So that price on New Zealand US dollar perfectly delivered 70 pips, and it was just a beautiful setup. Now, I know there's a lot more lines on the chart than you guys are probably used to, but I'm going to break it all down for you. Let's take off all the weekly values, and then we're going to go from start to finish on exactly how I trade and how I take my setups. I'm actually even going to go as far to clear off everything. The trade's not going to be exact because like I put the exact entry I have and it's different because of spread. So just bear with me. It's going to be relatively the same because I know the candle I entered on. Just bear with me though. So what we've got here is we've got price going down, and this is basically yesterday's close, and then we get to the charts and we're looking for a setup the following day, which is today. This is the candle we're in today. Now what you're looking for is you're looking to see which basically candles that this candle closed below. Now I usually don't have a bunch of lines drawn on the chart like I just did, but I figure I'd leave them on there that way you guys can know, because I know some people in the comments said it looks super simple what you're doing. I try to clean up my charts for you guys to make it as simple, because a lot of you guys, if you're new to this channel and you just saw everything I had drawn on, it's not going to make any sense. But what I do though is, just so you know, every single pair that I look at which daily swing points had been not touched and closed through by this candle. Now, obviously, the previous day, right? The previous day had got closed through. These had already been taken, right, by this one, if that makes sense. This had not been touched. Right here had not been touched, so we closed through that. And then you can see the same points over here that had not been touched. It's super black and white. There's no guesswork in this. Absolutely no guesswork at all. And so this is everything that you're working off of, and you're waiting for price to pull back beyond one of these levels and then to get lower again. And that's exactly what you have up here. You have price close higher up into these. It does not get lower than here, but instead it goes higher again, closes higher than here, and then actually never closes higher than this line or this line. And so by the end of it all, this is really, if I was to just draw it on like we have been in the past and keeping the charts clean for you guys, it ended up being that this daily was the one that price wanted to reverse off of. These are all lines that price wants to reverse off of. These are daily swing points. Why do they matter? I want you guys to know that this isn't just some like random strategy that I came up with and oh, it works. It works because of trend, first of all. SCI teaches trend, trading with a trend, trading ICC. It's ICC. But why do these daily levels seem to play out so accurately? And that's because daily highs and lows are one of the most used institutional concepts for liquidity, for reversals, for continuations, for points of interest. Daily highs and lows are super, super important to big money. And the same with weekly and the same with monthly. And that's why you even see the weekly level play out right here on New Zealand US dollar as well. The weekly level, it's super respected, right? It's a point of reversal. Let me get rid of that. A point of reversal in this trend, right? And that's just how ICC works. You get a point that you break below, you pull back, and then you continue. And we just see that with the candles instead of with our eyes. And that's what makes it so much easier. And so this was the daily time frame, the daily low. It happened to be the 11th, Tuesday the 11th, that we were playing off of and waiting for price to pull back and get beyond and then reverse. This is the one that it reversed off of. I had all the other ones drawn on. This is the one it reversed off of though. You can see we have a big bullish candle that gets up here though. This was the range that we were in until we broke higher. If you guys know this process, what we're doing here is we're waiting for candle ranges to flip the other way and get back below that price. So we have the candle ranges like this right here. This was our new candle range because this candle, this blue candle, broke outside of this candle right here. And so we created a new range. This is a bullish range. Why is it a bullish range? It is a bullish range because price is breaking higher. Once price breaks lower, now we are in a bearish range. So on the 15-minute, on our entry time frame, price has reversed officially on this candle. We got in here. It was probably give or take because of the spread. We're just going to put it right on there. And then stops above here. I had it just right there today because it was, 16 pips away. If it's like 5 pips away, I'll put it like an extra 2 or 3. Since we were already 16, I just put it there. And then what do? We basically had price going all the way to draw on down here. We did not take, we closed early. It's hitting it right now. It's literally hitting it right now. We closed early though. And the reason we closed early is because it's during New York. New York's when I'm in front of a computer for the most part and I'm watching the trade. It's a lot easier if you can just enter the trade and go to sleep. But what happened was London closed. It was right around in here. There was, obviously some internal draw on right here. I knew it was going further. I don't even know why I closed, honestly. But it was 12 right here, and that's where like London literally closed. So we give or take some pippage right there, give or take some pips. That was about what our trade looked like today. So, but as you guys could see on the weekly, with how obvious of a sell-off that price delivered, a 70 pip drop this week, I was like, I need to get in on it, but I didn't want to get in at any random spot. So I've been waiting for a daily to set up on New Zealand US dollar for that very, very reason, to be able to get a piece of this sell-off. So granted, we did not get, which this would have been like the weekly sell-off, this entire move right up in here. We didn't get that, but we did get a little piece of it. And this little piece is all we need. You guys know that the daily and 15-minute are my favorite time frames anyway, that I like to work off of. And so just knowing the context, though, of the weekly being in such a heavy sell-off, it just made this trade such an obvious move against some of the other pairs, which I was looking at pound dollar and euro US dollar, just so you guys know, for the other pairs that had potential setups today. And then price right now has fully delivered. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. If you guys are enjoying this, like I said, the most you can do is just like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend about it that you know that trades. If you guys know anyone that trades, tell them about what we're doing. It's making my life a whole lot easier trading like this, and hopefully it's helping some of you guys too. But yeah, we're going to leave it at that. And if you guys want to, I'm going to always put this at the end. There's no point in putting in the middle or the beginning, because I want you guys, the people that are like coming to learn, just for it to be like unfiltered learning, like just raw content of you guys learning from start to finish. But I will always put any sponsors and things at the end, just to help support the channel and keep us going. But with the prop firm sponsorship, Blue Guardian reached out. A few of them reached out. Decided to go with Blue Guardian for our Forex prop firm sponsorship. And basically, if you guys are going to get a prop account anyway, you might as well do it and get the extra discount through the link in the description below. If you're not going to buy a prop account, don't do it. If you're going to get one anyway, you might as well get the extra discount and support the channel. And that's all I'm going to say. But you guys see I'm trading cash. I might trade prop again soon. I don't know. I've been enjoying this. I've been enjoying this series. The real goal, just so you guys know, is when we hit 10K, the goal is to kind of just trade that 10K and then just keep pulling profits out every week and make it like a full-time job, and really see that vision of full-time trading come to pass. So I can imagine we could be making an extra 2 or 3 grand every week off the way we've been trading with these results. We'll keep it going as to the best of our ability. We're on a crazy hot streak right now. But yeah, that's the vision. So I kind of want to keep trading cash and then kind of make it a full-time thing. Once we flip up to 10K, just start withdrawing profits every week. And then now, we went on this little journey, and now at the end of it, we're making 2-3 grand a week, and then potentially upwards of 10 to 12K a month if I had to guess. So that's the goal. That's the vision. I just want to let you guys in on it a little bit. And yeah, if you're going to get a prop account anyway, I've kind of vetted some of them out for you and just ended up going with Blue Guardian. So check that out. Links in the description. But I love you guys. I will see you guys on tomorrow's video on Friday. But for those of you still here watching, just know this. I have got an absolute fire video going out this Saturday. I already put it together for you guys. It is about your thinking. It is about your mindset. It's about how to change the way you live by changing the way you think. And it's not surface level at all. It's actually going to be probably too deep, honestly. So I hope it's not like completely off the deep end, off the wall. But if you guys do enjoy it, look forward to that. That's going to be Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the same time I post every video. So I love you guys. I will see you then.